What is going on, everyone? See Rise already in the chat. How's it going? I got no work today. I typically have Mondays off, and yesterday was Veterans Day, so my day gets pushed off to Tuesday. So had some free time today. Was making some content for Outlier. Figured I'd hop on stream. Anthony, what's going on? Brayton in here too. What are you guys not working? All right. I haven't been placing any bets today, so I'm going to hop into the Discord in a minute and find some plays. If you guys got questions, let me know. I'll show you how I'm doing this month. Up 1%, $640. I actually tanked pretty heavy for a little bit. I was up almost $2,000 and dropped down to negative $2,000. But I've had a huge Sunday. I made $2,800. Brayton, you around? I can invite you to the stream. Actually, let me invite you. Brayton, do you actually want to get on? If you do, I'll throw an invite. Yeah, everyone's on lunchtime right now. Sweet. But yeah, I'm up a little bit right now. Huge, my biggest Sunday ever, or my biggest day ever. Made $2,800 something dollars. All right, I'm gonna. Brayton looks like he might join in here, so let me send an invite. I probably should have just sent it to him right away, but all right, copy the link. Let me just hop over to the Discord and send it to him. How you guys doing this month so far? NBA's been so sweet. All right, Brayton, sent you the link now, so see if you hop in here. All right, sweet. All right, let's see. Let's look at the markets. I guess we'll look at this month first, but NBA has been so good. Last month was wicked good too. 2% ROI this month. Last month, almost a 9% ROI. Mostly just hitting main lines because my limits on the player props are just so bad that I haven't been focusing on them nearly as much. But my NBA player props have been really good too. Let me look up. Sigma props looking good. All the Sigma stuff looking good. This is SharpMoney NBA props. And this is just this year. So $1,800 with a 9% ROI. Yeah, I got you missed the beginning of the stream, Cal, but I typically have Mondays off, and Monday was Veterans Day, so I get the day pushed out. So Tuesday, I got nothing going on. All right, let's look up some plays. I want to place some bets because I have not placed like any bets at all today. So yeah, you see all these pings I have not looked at. I always just start with FanDuel because that's where I can get the most money down. Here is a great one right here. Celtics Hawks. All right, Brayton's joining now. What's going on, Brayton?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. I had to turn the cam off. I forgot I was at work.
I forgot I was at work. This one looks like it's dead, but what are you on lunch break, you said?
Yeah, I'm sitting in my office, but I didn't realize I was wearing a company shirt today. So.
Yeah, I don't want to expose your company. All right. I was just saying I haven't placed any bets at all today. We're just gonna, I think, just answer some questions, and I'll be just placing bets. I think that's the way to go. You've had a pretty wacky month, though, huh? What, 2
Crazy
positive days?
Yeah, 8 out of 11 days red, but I'm still positive because I had a great Saturday. So
it's funny how that works.
Yep.
Was your Saturday college football profits, or was it mostly?
Yeah, mostly college football, which is the first time in maybe all season that I've actually made money on college football. So
nice. So this play right here, I've been pretty much taking any like full spreads or totals for the NFL pretty much any time during the week, to be honest. I'm not touching first quarter, or first half stuff until closer to game time, but the full game stuff I've been just hitting pretty much right away. So this Bears versus Packers under 38 points for plus 138 is something that I'm going to be trying to bet right now. Oh boy, FanDuel can't verify my location. They don't want me getting bets off. Might have to lock. Let me try exiting out again. Desktop link. How long is your lunch? You got an hour lunch or what?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of are kind of come and go. So I should be good for a little while.
Nice. Kenny Smith said he's looking at some college basketball. I haven't placed too much college basketball yet. All right,
I hit a few this morning, but the first time in a while that I've actually saw a couple that I liked.
Yeah, I've been hitting a few for sure. I think I'm down a little bit, but I literally only have like 30 bets on college basketball right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
We got some first quarter pings. This is for tonight. We got pretty good movement. It's not even 10 cents, but the EV's at 3%. This is kind of my threshold for first quarter stuff far out. So I like the movement here, and 3% EV gives us a little bit of wiggle room to lose value if it kind of works against us here. So Chris is in the chat. What's going on, man? So I'll be placing this first quarter total. First quarter totals definitely don't have as much liquidity in those markets as first quarter spreads. So like I'll play first quarter spreads pretty early in the day with less EV, but first quarter totals, I'm just making sure there's really good value here. So on FanDuel, we're looking for plus 116. Everything matches up. I always double check that. And I also, for my bet sizing, I'm not really going off of Kelly anymore. I'm kind of going off my confidence in the market. So like if I see a full game spread, that's where I'm going to be the most confident, because Pinnacle is taking like $40,000 to $50,000 limits on there. So that's when I bet like 2 units. And I'll just pretty much blindly bet 2 units into full quarter spreads, even with like small EV percentages. And then with like first quarter stuff, I'm just betting like 1 unit flat. First half stuff, I'm kind of betting like 1.5 units. So that's kind of the way I'm attacking it right now. More of a confidence level than looking at the EV. But I'm also not in that necessarily bankroll growth stage, so I don't follow Kelly perfectly. But here's one that I'm just not going to play. The Titans versus the Vikings. This is a first half team total. Like that's such a small market. Unless this was like 5%, I'm not touching this. Maybe on game time or closer to game time, I would hop in. But all right, here's one right here that might be interesting. College. Is this football? Yeah, this must be football. Obviously football. It's a market average play. It's only 1% EV, but we do see DraftKings and Pinnacle kind of coming down to the same line there. Probably not going to hop on it. You've been able to get any bets off today, Brayton?
Yeah, I took a couple NBA spreads and totals, and then I actually hit a couple NFL. I think totals, full game totals or something earlier this morning, which I've been kind of staying away from. I've been kind of waiting closer to Sundays to place those, but they look fine. So
yeah,
try that out this week.
That's why I'm only playing like the full game stuff like early in the week. I'm not playing anything other than the smaller markets, but I think I've gotten crazy good value. And the NFL this month has been so good for me, or even this year. Let's look at my NFL tag.
And I've been really busy the last couple of days, so my volume's been real low. So I made it a point to try to catch some things early this morning, just in case I got busy again.
Yeah. Yeah, my NFL this year has been really good. Almost a 5% ROI. And that's basically, I've been hitting some of these team totals like right before game time, but I got to go back and track how those actually been doing. Devin said that he's firing off college basketball and Bet Rivers. Yeah, I don't have Bet Rivers, but they definitely suck at pricing lines. Fliff, I need to pay attention to Fliff more too. I just added them back in, made a secondary account under my wife's name there. So I'll definitely be hitting more Fliff lines. I'm seeing a lot of college basketball to them. And Ballybet too is same thing as, it's a Camby book, so it's the same thing as Bet Rivers. I just don't want to nuke my Bally account isn't limited yet because I haven't really EV bet into it yet. And I'm probably just going to be playing like major markets like right before game time, trying to find things. Maybe I can go under the radar for a while. Callan said just to hit on the limit point, he looked up first half totals for NBA are sitting at $1,500 right now for Pinnacle. Yeah, that's pretty low. First half spreads are probably at least double that. So that's why I'm really looking for spreads. First half totals are at 1,500. Then the first quarters are probably $500. So there's really not too much value there. I might as well pull up Pinnacle Odds Dropper so we can look at a couple of these markets that I bet into.
I went a little heavy this morning on NBA props on Bet365, so I'm trying that out.
Are you limited on them?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, so I don't have to tell you, but that betting props at a high rate of EV bets is probably like the number one way to get flagged. So if you're trying to keep the account fresh, I would try to stick to the main lines. That's just a blanket statement for everyone, really. But
I threw in some parlays, and I've been doing Math Wins Daily Double there, trying to keep it look a little bit more square. But
yeah, exactly. I think when I first started EV betting, obviously you're so excited to just hit every single EV bet you see. And I was using OddsJam at the time, and for ESPN Bet was one of the books I had. Actually, it was Barstool at the time. And OddsJam would flag literally 50 shot on goal props for the NHL. And I would literally wake up before work every day and hit like 50 bets into Barstool for their NHL shot on goal market. And then after a week, I was already limited because I just hit so many bets.
See, that's when I started on OddsJam in March, I was getting the majority of my volume on Bet365 NBA player props. Don't know how I didn't get limited. And then switched over to SharpMoney. And at first, I didn't have Bet365. So I kind of stopped using that account and then left it alone until really football season. So trying to attack it, but still kind of appear square with some money line parlays and stuff in there.
I think the one really good thing too with how SharpMoney works compared to OddsJam is that when I was using OddsJam, I was basically just looking for 3% EV plays and up because you didn't have the line movement really. So I never picked up I was mostly just hammering props and weird markets. I was never hitting main money line bets or full game spreads because those types of lines never get to 3% EV because they're so efficient. So I feel like we're picking up I like the 1% full game spreads with a good movement compared to just a 3% play. So I think we do find a lot more full game stuff.
I completely agree. I was only on OddsJam for a couple months, but I completely agree.
I would honestly maybe it's something we could do, but I would play full game spreads down to literally 0.01% EV if they're moving in the right direction.
Right.
I think once we build, we're still tweaking some things with the college basketball prop bot. I mean the regular basketball prop, the regular college basketball bot. But once we're done with that, we're pretty much done with all the major sports and markets. So we'll probably go in and fine tune some stuff. Maybe drop the EV percentage on the main markets, and maybe for first quarter stuff, maybe increase the EV to 1 or 2% or something like that. Just little things that we can tweak.
What about for NBA combo props?
That is a good question. That actually was something we brought up to our developer, and he was looking at it, but I think we kind of accidentally put it on the back burner. I don't, and that's something that I don't have a note written down, so I'll probably have to.
It was something I thought about this morning. I was looking at some alt lines and stuff, and I was I wonder. I was we're still not hitting those markets.
Yeah, so we have a list of the number one thing. We were missing money line bets, so we put him on money line bets to figure that out, and I think he only fixed it for football right now. It's the only one I'm seeing, and so hopefully the next week he can add the money line markets back in for all the sports, and then after that, go back to the NBA prop bot, add some of the combo stuff. So those are 2 projects for him before we get anywhere else. And then Callan just said soccer coming back soon. Yeah, we built a soccer bot pretty early on, and probably during baseball season.
Oh yeah, it was baseball.
It just we got into some error where we were never able to spend the time to actually go back and fix why we weren't seeing soccer pings anymore. And we've had to add so many markets and make so many adjustments every day that he just hasn't had time to go back in and figure it out. Right now, our developer is just a college student. So when he had like the last month, he's been really crazy. He has had like midterms and big tests. So he doesn't have like too much time to focus on. Maybe one day we get it.
The soccer came out right around the same time as tennis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we did them at the same exact time. So I don't know why tennis kept working and soccer didn't. It's mostly just the Pinnacle.
Keep the tennis pings coming. We're good.
Yeah. Soccer pings, I mean, it's just Pinnacle. Pinnacle is the number one book. I've been sitting on this one for a while. How have you been doing on the first period team totals for hockey? Seems like people are killing these.
Is that the over? I can't see it because I'm on my phone, but over half a goal or whatever.
Yeah, over half a goal. The Islanders minus 118.
They seem like they're doing good. I hit almost all of them that I see. So
yeah, I got to go back and track these too, but I've seen some people's charts and they look pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not tracking it. I'm not tagging that market separately, so I don't. I'm
going to hit this for one unit. Small EV play, small market, but this is one that I feel like we've just had good luck on, so I'm probably going to play it. This is New York Islanders over a half a goal minus 118. All right, send that one into the channel. Yeah, I'm free today until like 4 o'clock. I had to pick my kids up at 4, but
nice.
I'm free, dude. I'm honestly at the point where, like work is kind of just getting in the way of doing a lot of the stuff I need to do.
Let's get that membership up and see if we can go full time on this.
I think I'm gonna pitch it to my boss to hopefully take Tuesdays off forever. Just work 32-hour work weeks as long as I can hold my benefits, because I'm working with Outlier right now, and so like I get paid a decent amount to make content for them, and then I just have so much to do with the Discord and obviously getting in my own bets that like while I'm at work, I could be making more money doing something else, which is kind of just crazy.
Right,
work is costing me money at this point. Okay, here's a weird one here. Pistons minus 1.5 for the game spread, plus 126. Slight EV. Pinnacle is pretty flat, and FanDuel has just been going up and down 6 cents. So really, this movement makes absolutely no sense. I'd like to just catch him at the peak here at plus 126, so we can see if we can grab this here. Pistons minus 1.5. I keep hitting the mobile link because I'm not used to betting on my computer. Yeah, so it's still here. Full game spread. Honestly, I'll probably go 2 units. Sweet, send that one out. I got to look on Fliff too. All right, let's see if I can clear out all these ones. First quarter total, I already hit that. Sometimes what I do also is if I hit one of these, if I see a bunch of these alt lines up and I only bet like this one, I'll just put my name on all the alt lines so I don't accidentally like triple bet.
I try to do that. Yeah, don't triple bet. I triple bet Danny Dimes Sunday. You don't want to do that. I promise you.
Not first quarter stuff.
Dude, Danny Dimes over 1.5 touchdowns. I bet it 3 times. And I have no idea what I was thinking.
The Germany game. That's a tough way to start the day right there.
God.
Yes. What else we got? First half total. It's good movement. Pinnacle's dropping down. So here's one that we'll actually look up. I'll look up on Pinnacle odds dropper before I even place it. So I'm not logged in. All right, we're good here. So this is the Timberwolves game. We're just going to look at the totals. First quarter total limits. And so over 108.5 first quarter total points, which is going to be an alt line. Let me pull up the alts. Total first half 108 right here and a half. So 2K limits on this first half total. I feel like 2K limits is basically right my threshold of like having like a little bit of confidence in this market. Pinnacle usually opens up markets at like $500 limits, so they moved up quite a bit, and these odds have been priced down pretty hard the whole day. At one point they were priced at plus 127, and now they're priced at plus 101 with 2K limits. We have this quick drop once they went up to 2K here, where they went from 108 down to 101, which basically means that with 2K limits, people were buying this price at plus 108, plus 107, plus 10. Yeah, basically the last drop was from plus 107. Our bot is flagging it at plus 112. So if sharp bettors are hitting this for 2K at plus 107, I'm pretty confident to hit it at plus 112 for a couple units. And then I want to go back into Pinnacle Odds Dropper. So 1.5 units is just because it's a first half market. And just kind of look at the other, this is a 10 o'clock game, so this is a later game. But just to give you guys an idea, full game money line bets, they're taking 12K. Spreads, full game spreads are taking 20K. Even a lot of the alt lines, most of the alt lines are taking 20K bets for spreads. That's why if you see a spread pop up, pretty much in any market, the limits are pretty good. Total, so only $5,000 limits for full game total. So you can see the difference between spreads and totals. We're taking 20K on full game spreads and only 5K on total. So total markets are a lot less efficient than the spread markets, just to give you an idea. And then when you look at first half stuff, we're talking for spreads here, we're looking at 20K full game spreads. For half game, we're looking at 5K. And for money line, we were looking at 12,000, and for the first half money lines, 2,000. So you can just see the big drop off when it comes to the spreads, totals, and money lines. So really, spreads they're just really efficient markets. Were you saying something there? Thought I heard Brayton. So yeah, if I see spreads, I'm basically hitting them. Did I look up this Pistons one? Yeah, so let's just look at this Piston one that we hit earlier. So this might be a bet. So we hit Pistons, was it plus 1.5, minus 1.5 at 126. So the limits here are, the limits have actually dropped. I was wondering what, so this is the current limits are $7,500. So pretty good limits there, but they were 15,000. So it's weird Pinnacle dropped their limits from 15,000 down to 7,500 on this game. Not really sure why they would do that. Maybe they're not confident in like injuries or something. Anthony said that he's even on the first period team totals for hockey. Yeah, I got to start breaking down that a little bit more. Oh, did I exit out of the Discord? No, it's right here. All right, any more pings pop up? Oh, here's a great one. Let's see if I can get it off. Bucks versus the Raptors. This is on FanDuel, under 227.5 at minus 120. Full game total, so I like that market. Under 227, minus 120. Perfect. Nice. And we got multiple full game stuff. Another big drop by Pinnacle. This is the 76ers and the Knicks, under 210 plus 114. Big movement, like 10 cents of movement down. Definitely play this. See, Chris is on here. Beat us to it. Under 210 at plus 114. The price is still good. Yeah, on Saturday, most of my money's in. On Sunday, most of my money's in FanDuel. I was getting low. I was down to like $7,000, but I bumped it up to almost 10 grand again. So that was sweet. Here's a play that I would avoid. We have Celtics versus Hawks, first quarter total points. So first quarter market is a small market. The points market is a small market. And we see Pinnacle's kind of getting priced upwards. So something I would avoid here. All right, let's scroll all the way to the top. Maybe there's some stagnant bets that I have not placed yet. First half spread. I'm not going to touch first half spread for the NFL yet because we're days out right now. All right, here's a total. This one I'm already on. But if you guys want to join it, so this is something. It's a full game bet, so it's something I'm confident in. 49ers Seahawks over 51.5 plus 112. 2.5% or 2.2% edge, pretty good edge there. Pinnacle's priced at minus 101. So I played that one earlier in the morning. A couple of college plays. I don't touch college until pretty much day of now too. Team totals, not touching those. And here's a total points for the Bears and the Packers. I think I already hit this one right when I got on stream. All right, so that's clear. I think Brayton got kicked off. His phone went to lost service. Anthony said seems like the 10 to 15% move could still get killed by reversal later in the day. I mean, yeah, it definitely can, especially if it's before injuries come out, then obviously the line could move anywhere in any direction. But people are betting, since we're following sharps, they're already projecting, the chance of certain players not playing and playing. So you're kind of taking a risk that they're pricing that into the bet and that we can trust the movement. Like I said, it's obviously going to be harder for a market to move like a full game spread because the limits are, over $10,000. It would take a significant amount of money to kind of reverse line move or to get reverse movement on that. But like those first quarter totals that we're playing, that's why I'm waiting for, like 3% plus EV because it could easily go the other way on us. Let's see on Pickett if I can. Let's look at the month for the NBA, see what it tells me. Yeah, so this is just my NBA this month. I'm beating a CLV almost 80% of the time, and that's just getting a better price than Pinnacle, basically what it is. Devin said he's been able to cash out for a profit and then switch sides when that happens. That seems pretty crazy. If they're giving you a cash out for profit, your bet's probably still good to leave it, but if you think it's going to move the other way completely, then yeah, I guess cash out's not bad. Okay, let's hit some. All right, we got a bunch of this college basketball, and I haven't been able to bet too much college basketball, but I'm basically taking, these are all day of, so I'm going to be basically taking all these bets for the most part. So let's load this up on ESPN. Let's see how much money I can actually get off to. So over 165.5 minus 105. I don't know about you guys. My ESPN link on the Discord for my mobile, it doesn't open up the app anymore like it used to. It just brings me to the page that tells me to download the app. I don't know if you guys are experiencing that same problem or if it's just me. I tried resetting my phone and stuff, but it did not work. So let's make sure this price is still good. South Florida over 165.5 and minus 105. Over 65.5 minus 105. Chaz Easy, what's up, man? My day's going good. Like I said, I have work off today, so just getting a lot of bets in. I was making some content for Outlier early in the day, kind of just how I use their website to find some EV plays. Really the same strategies we use with the SharpMoney Discord. But all right, let's see how much I'm going to place. They're not going to let me get $100. Actually, maybe they will. No, $50 limits. So we're going to max bet them for $50 here. Max bet them for $50. That's Arc Pine Bluff versus South Florida over 165.5 minus 105. That's good value to a bookmaker. Bears first half money line. The hell is that ping? I don't know. Not betting first half stuff yet. Here is another college basketball ping under 158.5 minus 105. The great thing with bookmaker, because we really, for college basketball right now, we're only using Circa and Bookmaker to find our edge. And the problem with Circa, obviously, if you can find a good edge to Circa, it's a smash play. But the problem with Circa is they only have main lines. They don't do alt lines. So we could see, let's just say Circa is priced for this line. Well, let's just say any line. They have the total at 150 points, right? And it's priced at minus 110 on each side. We're not going to pick up ESPN if they have that, priced at, over 145, priced at minus 110, because we can't compare bets that are different points or totals. So that's the problem we're experiencing right now. But luckily, Bookmaker has alternate lines, so we can compare to them. But it's tough to pick up Circa lines to college basketball because there's no alt markets to compare to. Kind of tough. Brayton said he gets $50 off on a lot of these ESPN ones too, so they're still worth playing. If I log in and the book's only letting me get $10 down, then I typically just focus my attention somewhere else. But I'm going to go place this one now. Georgia versus North Florida. Under 158.5, minus 105. Still good here. We always try for the extra. I think spreads, they might let me get $100 off, but for the most part, it's 50. Send that one into the Discord channel. Bears first half. All right, that's all the ESPN plays. Looks like a couple more popped up on FanDuel. Let's see what it was. This was another first quarter total. It's moving in the wrong direction. We see a little bit of movement down from Pinnacle here, but overall, we're still looking at kind of an upward trend. So here is a college basketball bet. It's about 2% EV. The market's not really moving too much. Looks like minus 119, or yeah, like minus 119 to minus 117. So this is one I'll play. Probably just do a unit and a half here. Over 157.5 at minus 104. There's so many. Oh, I'm getting limited on FanDuel. That sucks. I don't see too many limits on FanDuel. College hoops must be a small market, though. Breaking all these lines, yeah. Yeah, Ryan says the odds keep dropping. So here's one I took earlier today. It looks like a lot of people did too. First quarter spread. I'm just confident in these spread markets because they have higher limits. Pretty much both books are flatlined here, so I took it earlier in the day. You can see a lot of people hopped on it too. I'm not sure if that EV was higher when I took it, but this is a play that I would probably sprinkle a little bit on. All right, let's look at DraftKings. Actually, ESPN Bet had one more come up. First half spreads for NFL. Not looking at that right now. So DraftKings is flagging a first quarter team total. So like I said, I'm not confident in first quarter totals really, especially this far from game time. I'm really not confident in first quarter team totals. So I like to see this good movement going down, but I'm waiting for like a 3% EV at least on this, or maybe this is something I would play if it was right before game time when the lineups are out. But these are the bets that probably the line movement can happen or can snap on you real quick because I'm assuming the limits are probably $500 max bets here. Team totals, another team total first half. So nothing cooking on DraftKings. Let's look at some props maybe. Okay, DraftKings props. We got a couple loaded up. So these are NBA props. Tyler Hero under 5.5 assists. We have FanDuel at minus 132. Caesars at minus 142. BetOnline minus 135. So good value here. This is one I'm definitely playing. And I'm just going to max bet them, see what they'll let me play. Under 5.5. Assists for Tyler Hero. Minus 115 on DraftKings. Sometimes my limits will vary from like $20 to like $50 on these props for the most part. See what we can actually get. All right, was it minus 110? Is that the price we wanted? Yep. All right, let's see what we can get here. Try for 100. $21. It's kind of the lower limit. I have not been focusing on promos very often because my limits are really low, but I probably should. What is this? 2 profit boosts. A phone call. Don't know who that is. Yeah, I'll probably add these later in the day and go into the promo page, see what you guys are posting for promos. So we'll hit this one, and then let's look at the other bet. It was RJ Barrett under 5.5 rebounds. FanDuel was at 102. Caesars at 104. Yeah, I would take this one too, just because we have such a good value compared to FanDuel here. Plus 120. RJ Barrett under 5.5. $16. Yeah, my limits are getting pretty bad on DraftKings. It's unfortunate. It's something you got to just deal with. When you start becoming profitable, you're going to have to face limits. You're going to have to find ways around them. One thing that I think is going to be really good for the sports betting industry, especially people with limits like myself, is these betting exchanges that are running through kind of the sweepstakes laws that Fliff is running off of right now. So a betting exchange is basically peer-to-peer betting. And Profit X is one of the newer ones. And I think they're kind of going to set the tone for this market. It might be the future of sports betting, to be honest. They take really low VIG percentages, and it's basically available to, I think there's like 3 states where you can't use Profit X. Actually, no, there's 12 states, sorry. But it's going to be pretty much widely available to all the states that even don't allow sports betting. You can still bet into these exchanges. And basically, it's just going to, and there's no limits on it. As long as there's liquidity in the market or someone's betting both sides of the line, then there's no limit. So I could bet, $5,000 if someone had $5,000 up on the other side. So it's going to be a great opportunity for people with limits to continue betting and not just give up because the regular sports books are just getting destroyed. Yeah. So Brayden said Louisiana does not have sweepstakes books, which sucks because there's just so many opportunities with Fliff and Profit X, and just going forward, there's going to be so many more different companies popping up, making these different sweepstakes books. I know Michigan's another one, which sucks too because Jeff or Mathwins, he lives in Michigan, and Jay lives in Louisiana. So they're in the 2 states that pretty much don't have the sweepstakes stuff. But I do want to add in at least Profit X in the future because I've been starting to hit some of their lines, finding good value there. So we'll talk about Sigma too. He did this little recap here where he shows how often he beat the closing line. So even though he originates his own bets, his goal is obviously still to have the market agree with him and the market to trend in his direction. So he basically crushed all the closing lines besides college football sides. He had a couple move against him, but the rest of them, he generated good CLV. But his results were absolutely crazy this week. NFL sides, he went 0-1. NFL totals, he went 1-0. NFL sides, college football sides, he's been struggling. 0-4, but he'll bounce back on those for sure. College football totals 3-1, up 1.5 units. NFL props went absolutely crazy. 24-11, almost 12 units there. This is just this week. And NBA props, he went up 10 units with 134 wins and 121 losses. Now he's posting literally over 50. When he has time, he's posting probably 50 NBA player props every single day in the Sigma chat. So if you want access to the Sigma VIP section, you can find that on the WAP page. But basically, he is just a handicapper that the 3 owners trust very much. You can tell we've had meetings with him. He's just really educated. He knows what he's doing. He's been profitable for a long time. We didn't want to just bring in some random handicapper and feed you guys some bad picks. So we wanted a track record of actually making money, someone who is transparent and obviously good at what he does. So this is all time. Sigma VIP, he's up 65 units. I think he is. So he's not profitable in NFL sides, NFL totals, and college football sides, but college football totals and props is where the money is being made. And obviously he has a lot more bets. He has, couple 100, 300 bet, 500 bets in NBA props and NFL props. He has 250 bets. When it comes to the sides and totals, I mean, we're looking at 15 bets. We're looking at 17 bets. So like if he bets more volume, I'm sure he'll straighten those numbers out. But yeah, freshly baked. Let's hope in November can finish amazing so you can subscribe. The one thing I will say is it is an expensive product right now. We're going to be running discounts every now and then. So, maybe wait for your chance. But the whole goal is to, the reason we keep SharpMoney priced so well is because, a lot of our members have started with $1 to $5 unit sizes and then scaled up into $100 unit sizes. So obviously if you have a $1 unit size or even a $5 unit size, I'm not going to recommend you signing up for Sigma because, realistically, you could probably make 20 to 50 units a month. Like if I'm just throwing a number out there. So you really want to have at least like a $10, $20 unit size just to cover the subscription, obviously. Obviously, he's going to have up and down swings, but, he's finding really good edges. So, yeah, if you have the bankroll to do it, he's the only capper right now that I've ever found that I'm actually comfortable tailing. And that's obviously why we back him. Okay, we got a little market average here where FanDuel's priced at minus 105, Caesars minus 115, and Pinnacle minus 132. Now, Pinnacle, we don't have weighted as a sharp book, but they're still a good reference point. But this is only a 1% EV play, so something I'm passing on. If I was seeing Caesars and Pinnacle drop and FanDuel was kind of stagnant, that's when I would take the bet. Fliff props. So here's a good Fliff prop. Fliff is priced at 120 here. No other. FanDuel's actually priced the highest at 105, but it's still a 15-cent difference. So I'm assuming it's still actually value too. You could probably defig against any of these books listed down here, and it'll be good to go. Is there a website for Fliff? I don't even know. There is a website for Fliff. I did not know that. I just figured it was an app, to be honest. I'm not logged into Fliff, so I'm not, and I don't even know my login off the top of my head, so I'm not going to log in and place that bet. Let's see if we have. I don't think there's going to be any football props out right now. FanDuel with another pin. Another first quarter over. Low EV. I'm not going to touch it right now. I'll probably wait for later in the day. So here's one on MGM. This is the Hawks full game point spread, minus 140. I might have placed this earlier in the day. It's going against my Celtics, but it's a full game spread. And actually, MGM, they might only let me bet like sometimes like less than $5 on their props. But NBA mainline stuff is actually pretty decent limits. So we'll see what we can get out. I know Mathwin said the same thing. Oh, you bastard. Just moved from minus 140 to minus 145. So the price is probably no good. One thing you can double check is we put the fair value of the price right here. So essentially, if you can find a better price than 143, then it's a positive EV play. Minus 145 is obviously a worse price than minus 143, so I'm not touching it. So obviously identified a good line, and MGM moved off of it. So not going to place that anymore. That's the one thing that people struggle with is thinking like, this is a good bet at minus 140, and this is a bad bet at minus 145. And the average bettor cannot understand that a 5-cent difference is make or break between good bets and bad bets. And they just assume, hey, pick winning bets and you'll make money. That's not how it works. Total goals here. I'll probably sprinkle a unit on this one just because Pinnacle has dropped. FanDuel bumped up a little bit in price, so not much to go off of. NHL limits are much lower than even like the NBA, and the NFL obviously has the highest limits. So I'm just more conservative here. I'll probably only go $100 or like one unit for me. 172. So they dropped another one. They dropped 14 cents. So this play is also dead. Let's see, can I leave an emoji? Let people know this thing is dead. It should clear in the matter of a couple minutes, but FanDuel ping another one. First quarter point spread plus 3.5. This is probably one I'll hop on just because I see FanDuel moving down. So let's see if I can hit this one quick. Since it's first quarter, I'm also only going like one unit. So Hornets plus 3.5 at minus 130. Price is good. We'll throw 100 on it. Sweet. More pings. So more bets on that first quarter total for the Celtics Hawks. But they're all kind of moving in the wrong direction here. And I'll set that. Fanatics has a good college basketball total. But it would, so yeah, there's a lot of plays on Fanatics. Brayton said he was able to get $21 off, so that's not terrible. Fanatics does not have a website. It's only a mobile app too. So I'm not going to place here, but this is actually the same total we hit on ESPN earlier in the day. But yeah, there's some good plays. There's only a couple plays on Fanatics for college basketball, but maybe I'll hit those on my phone later. So that's basically all I do is I basically look through all the main bot channels when I haven't been on in a while, and I kind of just clear them all out. And then I'll, probably exit out of here, turn my notifications back on from my phone, and then just hit pings as they pop up. But yeah, Fliff does have a website. I did not know that until I just clicked on the website link here. But yeah, we look at Fliff and I open up the desktop link. Or maybe it's going to, oh, never mind. It is only an app. So the link brings me to the App Store. Gotcha. But I could download the app. Since I have a Mac, I could download it and probably pull it up on the computer. But yeah, so Fliff does not have a website. So sorry, false information there. All right, that's basically going to wrap it up here. Yeah, I'm going to keep hammering NBA bets today, and we'll see what happens. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.